Hello, my friend, and welcome to Pro Wrestling Daily. My name is Aaron Machbitz. The Rock and Soul Connection was one rumored name on the internet that I saw for the team of John Cena and The Rock. I hope whoever rumored that or whoever came up with that was just joking, or they were definitely drunk and it was just a big rib, because The Rock and Soul Connection is a horrible name. It's a horrible name. It doesn't make sense for The Rock and John Cena. I don't really know where the soul, I guess John Cena's the heart and soul of the WWE. And so The Rock is obviously The Rock. And then you have John Cena, and now they have a connection. And so you get The Rock and Soul Connection. Again, I hope whoever came up with that name was just joking. They put it out into the internet just to rib all of the wrestling fans and to rib the internet wrestling community, and it's not real and it'll never happen, and it's not being seriously discussed, and the person who did it was drunk, and they actually have some great names that they're coming up with for the team of John Cena and The Rock. I do think there will be a third member. Travis Scott is not the third member. He can't wrestle, even though he came up with a really cool shirt for his brand and partnered with WWE with Cactus Jack, I believe is the name of his brand, and partnered with WWE saying wrestling is real. He did absolutely waffle Cody Rhodes in the face. He punched him right in the face. I can't wait for Cody Rhodes to get that revenge on Travis Scott. But we still have this team of The Rock, of John Cena coming together. John Cena selling his soul to The Rock to potentially win that 17th world title. What is their team name? What is their team name? Who will be the third member? Logan Paul's basically begging to be in that group. He's begging to sell his soul to The Rock. Could it be The Miz? Could it be Drew McIntyre still? Could it potentially be CM Punk still? Could it be someone sort of random that we don't see coming to elevate their status with the two biggest guys that the professional wrestling business has ever seen in The Rock and John Cena? That's a great question, but just know that The Rock and Soul Connection is a horrible name. It's never going to be used. There needs to be a good name so people can identify that with The Rock and John Cena and whoever the third member is, and with Travis Scott, and potentially that, helps mold their identity a little bit, rather than just like it's corporate Punk or it's corporate Rock, the final boss, it's corporate Cena, whatever the case may be. And so, of course, they're going up against, Cody Rhodes and sort of the best baby faces. And speaking of baby faces, what does it take to be a great babyface? I think it's very similar to what creates connection within real human beings. If we're trying to build relationships between one another, which are the most important things we have in this life, we're trying to be courageous and truthful. What is the combination of courageous and truthful? It's vulnerability. Yes, there's an element for a babyface to act tough, to stand tall, to stand his ground. But there's also an element of great babyfaces to be vulnerable, to say you're scared. Rocky Balboa did this amazing in the Rocky movies. He was scared to fight Ivan Drago or Clubber Lang. But what did he do? He stepped up to the plate anyways and trained the best of his ability. Yes, Cody Rhodes right now has an amazing babyface going up against two of the biggest stars in professional wrestling and in the world. John Cena and The Rock has to be a little vulnerable. He has to show that he's a little scared. He's a little worried about what's going to happen. He already's got his ass beat once. He's battered. He's bruised. He looks terrible, right? But he's still stepping up to the fight anyways. That's what makes a great babyface. Great babyfaces aren't just tough all the time, no matter what. Nothing affects them. That's not a real human. A real human is affected by things. He's affected by getting stabbed in the back or being betrayed or having two huge, massive guys come after him and beat him up. He's a little scared. He's a little frightened. Again, that's being vulnerable. And being vulnerable is the ultimate connection tool, whether it be between two humans having a conversation, a partnership, a friendship, an intimate partnership, or it's between a professional wrestler and their fan base. That wrestler is being courageous and truthful by opening up about their struggles, by opening up that they're scared, that they're a little worried, that they have doubt creeping in. All of these things create connection because the fans feel the exact same thing. We feel the exact same thing. Doubt. Are we enough? Can we do it? I'm a little scared. This is what creates connection. But what creates then a great babyface on top of that is their willingness to step forward anyways. Through the fear, through the anxiety, through everything, they're still willing to get back up and fight. They're still willing to get back up and fight. A great babyface is the definition of a hero's journey. That's why professional wrestling is closely linked to mythology and narrative and story. That's what it's all about. We're creating real life stories that people can connect to, that show someone going on the hero's journey. That's the Cody Rhodes story. He finished the story. He became champion. Now he has to battle dragons constantly. And who will join his side? What armor and sword will he have to defeat the evil of The Rock and John Cena? That's what makes a great babyface. His vulnerability, but his courage and truth to still continue fighting forward. That's what makes a great babyface, and that's what makes Cody Rhodes great, and he can still be over even going against two of the biggest stars on the planet, where fans are sort of conditioned to still cheer them, but now are they programmed to boo them? Well, they need a great babyface to stand tall in his power, on his hero's journey, willing to be vulnerable and courageous and truthful in his journey to try and defeat these two villains. And of course, that leads us to WrestleMania. Are there any updates for WrestleMania? Maybe there isn't, but I'm going to do a WrestleMania 41 update almost every single video heading into WrestleMania 41. So we stay on top of all the news, the rumors, the breaking news, the matches, everything that we might see. And so it's really interesting, all of the stipulations that might be presented in this feud with Cody Rhodes, John Cena, The Rock, potentially CM Punk. Where's Roman Reigns fit? Where's Seth Rollins fit? Drew McIntyre, yes, is Drew McIntyre going to wrestle Damian Priest at WrestleMania? Or is Drew McIntyre going to join The Rock and John Cena by selling his soul to The Rock? Because Drew McIntyre, as we see, is fed up all the time of the things that keep happening to him, the disrespect that he continues to get. Will he try and sell his soul to The Rock to garner that respect, to get into the top class, to get into the main event? Yes, he's probably going to wrestle Damian Priest at WrestleMania, but what other things are going to happen? Where's Roman Reigns involved? Is he more interested in CM Punk and Paul Heyman, or is he more interested in Seth Rollins? What's going to happen between AJ Styles and Logan Paul? All of these questions we continue to ask and get answers as we move forward. I mean, Jey Uso is also an example of being vulnerable. Him and Cody Rhodes have cried in the center of the ring. That's vulnerability. But what does Jey Uso do? No one thinks he can win. No one thinks he can win. Everyone's doubting him and counting him out. What does he do? He feels that doubt. He feels that fear for facing Gunther, one of the most dominant and violent champions in WWE history. He's going to move forward anyways. He's going to go forward anyways. And the fans have something to connect him to, which is the Yeet movement, and which is his willingness to step forward regardless of feeling that fear. So we have that huge match, and Jey Uso, is a bona fide babyface. He is what a babyface should be. Yes, Cody Rhodes is probably at another level, but still they're exemplifying some of the same traits that allow the fans to get behind them. And that's really cool. Of course, we're going to see Gunther versus Jey Uso at WrestleMania 41. That is heating up, and I think people are going to be surprised at how good that match turns out, especially if the build continues to go where it goes, where Gunther keeps attacking him from behind and sneak attacking him, and Jey Uso keeps up to fighting and crawling and showing that vulnerability and still willing to step up to the plate anyways to face one of the most dominant champions in WWE history. And so you have so many things happening at WrestleMania 41, but it's all built on story and narrative and the mythology. And that's why people can get invested. That's why I'm invested. That's why the John Cena heel turn hurt me so much, because I'm invested as John as a human being and the values that he portrays. That's why I'm all in now on Cody Rhodes, who will align themselves with Cody Rhodes, and how can we have this exciting story moving forward. So that's what I have for you today. Please comment down below anything you think, what makes a great babyface in your eyes. Questions, predictions, rumors, anything you might think, right down below. Then smash that like button, hit that subscribe to this channel, share this with every single professional wrestling fan on the planet as we grow Pro Wrestling Daily together. And I'll see you guys next time. Lots of love. Cheers.